Hello, sports fans. Welcome back to God Next Gaming and some more MLB The Show 17. Road to the show with Benjamin Harrison, our young third baseman in the Yankees organization. He is currently in AAA playing with the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders. That's right. He is down in AAA. He is smoking the ball all over the place. We're going to do some different stuff here in this episode. We're actually going to take you to the end of the season and the beginning of next season. So it's going to be kind of like a mashup of things. We kind of simmed ahead a little bit, a lot, in order to get things kind of rolling. You can see him stepping in here now for his first at bat in this particular game. He has a 1-1 count against him with a runner on at first and one out. Pitcher will deal, and he'll rip this one right at the shortstop. Actually, has to make kind of a diving backhanded grab, but does get him out over at first base there. So he'll be sitting down. Now here in the bottom of the eighth, he steps in with a 2-1 count. One runner on, one runner out, and he is going to rip this one right back up the middle for a base hit into center field. Nice ground ball base hit there to get him on base late in the game here. But the Scranton does win the game, and he goes 2 for 4 in this one as he comes away with a pretty pedestrian game for the most part, but not too shabby. In the next game, we kind of simmed that game. He goes 2 for 3, and he continues that trend of hitting pretty hot with that average up at 345 now with 1 home run and 17 RBIs since joining this club. We can see over the last 10 games he's batting a 349, 3 runs scored, 15 hits, 3 RBIs. He is a great contact hitter, to say the least. Now we're stepping in here against Rochester. He's going to get his second at bat here. He's already 1 for 1. As again, we're just showing highlights of him going through here to the end of the season. And there's a 2-1 deficit right now as he steps in with a 2-0 count. And he's going to just kind of rip this one, base hit, line drive into center field. And he's going to round first, but he's going to hold there wisely as the throw gets back into second pretty quickly there. So stepping in here now in the bottom of the eighth with a runner on second and 1 out. The score is tied 2-2. He has an opportunity here for a clutch hit to drive that run in. And he's going to rip this one over the leaping first baseman into the right field corner. The runner will come around third and get home easily as the throw gets into second base. And he's on with an RBI single there. And he gets the go-ahead run for his team, making it 3-2 now. We'll catch the replay on that one as he just kind of goes with this thing the other way. A little bit on the outside, but he just takes it to the opposite field, and that's what you got to kind of do, especially when you're being a hitter like he is. 3 for 4 in this game. The average is up to 356 now. Picks up an RBI and a run scored there. So we'll take a look here. We have 4 games left in the season. We're going to sim 2 of those games, and then we're going to jump into the other ones to see how he finishes off his season here. Hopefully, we're hoping that he'll be put on the 40-man roster and brought up to the big club with the Yankees as they expand their roster to 40 men. But he's going to step in here against the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, starting his day off 348. We send those 2 games. He's got 0 for 8 so far in the series, so he's not doing too hot in the series here. In the top of the second, he's going to get a base hit right back up the middle, and he was right on that one, as it'll be just a routine base hit there for him, and he's on base safely with his first hit after 8 at-bats. So here we got a situation where it's bases loaded and 2 outs. 0-1 is the count. This one's going to be ripped into the gap in left center field. This one's going to get all the way down and to the wall. He'll round first, get into second easily, and the runner from first rounds third, gets on home real easy. It is a base-clearing double for Benjamin Harrison. 3 RBIs on that one as he clears the bases and adds insult to injury of that lead that they already had. He adds another 3 runs to it there as he comes away with a huge clutch hit right there. I mean, we're already winning the game, but we'll take it as now he's chased the pitcher out of the game, and the manager comes in and grabs the ball as he will bring somebody in to relieve here. We kind of want to see Benjamin Harrison do a lot of that, chase these pitchers out of ball games. So a little bit later on, he is on at base here in the top of the 7th with 1 out, and he is looking to steal second base. He takes off for second. We don't do a lot of that, but he is in there safely with an okay jump, and I guess the catcher did not have much of an arm. We don't do that often, but I wanted to show a little base running by Benjamin Harrison as well. So we do come away with the win in this game, 6-1. He goes 3 for 5 with a double and 3 RBIs, having himself a game, and that'll bring us to the end of the season. You can see right there as we win out the rest of the season, going 76-66, a nice 10-game over 500 there. And we take a look at his standing in the organization. He is currently the second slated guy on the roster there, on the third base roster there, but he is not in the lineup. And as a matter of fact, they're showing Headley and that Rosales kid as being on the bench. So who's starting at third? Didi Gregorius? They put Didi Gregorius in there, and he is not going to be asked to join the club on the 40-man roster here, and it will kind of bring an end to his season there as the Dodgers defeat the Indians in the World Series for 2017 in this rendition of the fantasy world of baseball and MLB The Show. So now we're going to go ahead and advance the offseason. This is where things get a little bit interesting as we get ready to get in there. We'll take a look at some of the retirees for the Yankees. Nothing that's really going to affect us. Isaac Mason retiring because of poor free agency. And you can kind of take a look at the list on your own if you want to pause it and see the quick list here. I don't really go down it too much. And we're going to hear from the manager next.
Having come to the end of the year's campaign, a manager shares a few parting words.
We're done earlier than we intended, but it was a pleasure all the same, boys. Enjoy the offseason. Remember, sleep, look into it, and stay out of trouble. So, yeah, that's how the manager's going to leave things there, as we do not make the postseason for AAA. We do not get called up to the 40-man roster like we were expecting. We're going to head and sim ahead a little bit here until we get a contract offer, and we finally do get one. The Yankees are going to offer us a one-year contract for $84,000 as a AAA starter, and I guess it's not going to be a move to the big club yet for young Benjamin, but we're going to see if we can't kind of bump that up a little bit to $85,000 a year and 2 years to see if they'll accept that. We want to kind of stick with the Yankees and try to break into the majors with the Yankees here and see if we can't unseat Headley from that third base position. They're going to accept our offer, and they're going to go ahead and sign the contract. 2 years, $170,000 for Benjamin Harrison as he's going to go into next year and stay on with the New York Yankee organization, and we'll take that. Offseason has come to an end. Spring training is about to begin. So we're probably going to go ahead and sim through spring training. We don't often play it, and he's not going to get an invite to spring training anyway, as he'll be with the Rail Riders through that. We'll take a look at the roster here. He's in AAA still. He is being considered the leadoff man here at a 71 overall from third base, and it kind of makes sense. You're putting him in the first or the second spot. He does get on base a lot, has a very high on-base percentage. We'll take a look at the Yankee organization. They still have Headley in there as third base, who's considered an 81 overall at this point. And Aldrelton Simmons is in there. I guess Didi Gregorius is gone as their shortstop, so something there to kind of look at as well. Interesting look for it all together. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to do some simming here. We're into April now, and we're going to sim a few games, and then the manager calls us in.
An unexpected turn.
Benjamin, I'm afraid you've been traded to the Red Sox. The Red Sox, are you serious? Why? Do they plan to use me as a third baseman? All right. I got to tell you the truth, folks. I was completely blindsided by this. I did not expect this to happen at all. I mean, we had simmed a few games into the season, and then all of a sudden we're getting traded to the Red Sox, a rival in the same division as us. And I got to be honest with you, I was angry. I was so angry and pissed off. I could not believe that this happened. I'm afraid so, son. I'm sorry. So I went with the Red Sox. Are you serious? And the manager says, I'm afraid so. I'm sorry, son. So it sure wasn't my choice. And we're going to go with not what I had in mind, Skip. This is just part of the game, Benjamin. I'm sorry if it's upsetting. Try not to take it personally, though. It just stinks not to finish out with these guys. I'm going to go with no. It's fine, because at this point, what else am I going to possibly say? And we're going to hear a few more words as well.
And just like that, a player must pull up roots and move on to the next destination.
We enjoyed having you here. You're a good player with a promising future, Benjamin. Best of luck to you. So we're going to go ahead and join our new team. And as we join our new team, again, like I said, consider this. I was extremely upset by this. It just kind of really hit me. I was hoping to break the major leagues with the New York Yankees here with Benjamin Harrison. But we're going to join our new club now, and we're going to see what his manager has to say.
A minor leaguer is welcomed after being brought into a new organization as part of a trade package.
Hey, Benjamin, before we throw you out there, I just wanted to welcome you to the club. And it's going to be like, thank you, sir, or being shipped off a team like that is just a little upsetting. We're just going to go with thank you, sir. I'm going to kind of keep it clean.
His name may not have made headlines in this deal.
We're sensitive to how hard it could be uprooting abruptly, but we really look forward to working with you here. I'm just going to go with, like, thanks for saying so. Because, again, like I remember, I was extremely upset by this turn of events here from the New York Yankee organization.
But if he's a hit in the long run, it could be a real feather in the GM's hat.
All right, then, get out there and have some fun, kid. So we're just gonna go ahead and sim a few games because I was really really just distraught about the whole thing and kind of still trying to get over it. But we have to talk to our agent too.
In this game, change can come swiftly and unannounced.
Benjamin, I just wanted to check, how are you feeling about this trade? And I'm gonna go, this is not what I had in mind at all.
Some players take it better than others, but unexpected trades are a fact of the game.
Sorry, Benjamin, this wasn't my doing. We can't foresee everything that happened in this game or control it, even if we didn't foresee it. Seems like the best thing to do is make a go over here. Well, this is not where I want to spend my career. That's what I'm going to go with. I do not want to play for the Red Sox. I'm completely blown away by this at this point, so I'm just going with that. I want off this team as soon as possible.
As are discontent players seeking trades to more desired destinations.
Benjamin, worst case scenario is you just be here for the rest of your current contract. I'll review that, look for options as they arise, and get back to you. So my goal is to play as good as I possibly can to get a decent contract from another organization as well, because I do not want to play for the Red Sox. I'm a Yankee fan, guys. Plain and simple. It's the way it kind of goes. As we take a look at the organizational breakdown here, Pablo Sandoval's with me in the AAA there. That's kind of a drop for him. And Matt Dominguez, who I've never even heard of, is their starter and third baseman. We are the starter for AAA, and I just went and simmed a whole bunch of games, again, because I was completely blown away and distraught, and it really made me angry at first, and I didn't even want to play the games for the Red Sox, but we did not fare too well in doing so. We're having like a 159 batting average. We're going to take our 1,200 points and dump him in here to see what we can get out of it for Benjamin, hoping that we can kind of get his overall up a little bit more. And then I'm going to start playing a whole bunch of games, and I may not show a lot of them. I'll kind of give you highlights as things go along because, like I said, I was not thrilled. He's got a 200 batting average right now. We're definitely going to have to get that up if we want other clubs to consider us, if we even want to get to the major league level at this point. But anyway, guys, leave your comments below. Leave a like for the video. Always helps. Come on back for more Benjamin Harrison down the road. I'll see you around the channel, and bye-bye now.